Of last season, we had many contracted players, around 40. Is the reason why we had many numbers than any other team was because we took part in Confederation Cup, where the law allows us a team that is participating in a continental football to have a minimum of a maximum of 40 licenses. We had over 38 licenses, I mean, even contracted players, but most of them, those who had 2 years, had already finished their 1 year, and this season was the last year. There are some players who had contracted to strengthen the squad, which were on a contract of 1 year. So we ended up finding ourselves almost the players had run out of contract. Currently, we have 5 players who still have contracts, and we want to build on this. I've heard the rumor, people are saying that the team has no players, that they may not compete. I believe it's a matter of time. In the first place, we would not start signing players without the consent of the coaches who are going to use them. Now that the issue of contracting coaches is over, I believe the next step is the coaches to give them a chance to identify and recommend the players they want to use. Already, they have shared us a list of players we can negotiate with, who are on the team we can negotiate with for renewal of contracts, and another list of the new players they feel that we can have for the team to perform well come next season. So the fear that Chitara has no players completely should be over, because we could not sign players that won't be used by the coaches. We had to wait. We had to begin from contracting the coaches, and then the coaches are given a chance to identify players who they are going to use. Already, they have recommended those who they want the club to negotiate for renewal, and those ones they knew that will be coming in to strengthen up the squad. So there's time for everything. We are doing club licensing, and at the end of this month, we'll be needed to have 18 players on the FIFA Connect system already contracted and licensed. We believe that we are still in time to do that ahead of the deadline for club licensing.
Speaking of club licensing and being able to beat the deadline, a couple of your fans out there might be just curious, you being still in position probably to give us a comment, how is the transition from the past president to the interim president? How is it working, and what's the plan going forward? Is there an election coming up soon? Are we going to leave it at interim for the moment? What is the general plan for this transition so far?
It shouldn't be really a matter that people should be scared of, because it is not the first time. At Kitara, we always exercise democracy, and we have gone through a lot of transitions. This won't be the first time. But to take you back up to speed, when Deo Kasozi came in as the club's president, our constitution talks of 4 years term, but he requested for 3 years, which we agreed, and after the term, his term, he had to announce and let us know that his term is over. Because of that, and the constitution has not yet been amended, there was no Tojikwata call before. We had to get someone who is his vice president, that is Gilbert Nyaika, ASP, in the interim. The next person will be elected immediately after the 4th term, that is at the end of the season. But because of a few changes, we may announce. It may require us to do some amendments And by next year, the start of the year, we announce the new president, because even someone in interim requested and said he seems to be quite busy, given he's a police officer and cannot handle the activities around the activities of the club. So this time round, we may not finish the 4 years, but we shall arrange, if the board allows, we shall arrange for an election at the end of this year, so that we begin maybe second round with a new person. There are names coming up, and some people within the system have already shown interest for presidents. So the fear of transition on what is going to happen, who will be the next year, we remaining in interim for life, it should be no more, because by January, like we promised, we shall be announcing the next president of Chitara Football Club.
All right, Joshua, I must say thank you very much for joining us. I just have two quick questions here as we get to wrap this one up here for you. Number one, the fans of Chitara will probably ask, or maybe this is just me selfishly asking, what are the pre-season plans? When are the pre-season games? Because Chitara has already showed that they have a propensity to play international games as pre-season. So when are these games coming, if there are any? And when do we get to watch the pre-season of Chitara?
Again?
The question is, in regards to your pre-season games, when do we get to see Chitara in action? Because at least from last season, we saw Chitara taking part in a couple of international games. So we might want to put our calendar in check in advance and be able to catch these games. So what are the plans for the pre-season, and which games can we anticipate to watch Chitara in?
Oh, thank you so much. I believe by a month from now, we will be having games locally, because we normally use the pre-season for the two of the region, Bunyoro, Toro, and that's where we start from. But about the international games we're talking about, this evening we received an invitation from Ethiopia, from one of our shirt sponsors, inviting us for there is a tournament, a gala that is going to take place in August. They want us to confirm in time, and like they did last time, if we can cater for the service, for the tickets for them, they are giving us accommodation for a week and meals for a week, and some other logistics, internal flights, because I was checking in the letter where we will be is quite a distance, and it requires, I think, boarding a plane from Addis Ababa to where we are going. So I've shared it with management. We see if we can consider this and have it as one of the pre-season games in Ethiopia. So we believe many games will be coming in. Already we have friendlies, we'll be having friendlies, a number of requests are around, but normally we begin it with a tour of the region, as we take the team closer and near to the fans of Bunyoro, Toro, and the neighboring regions. We'll be getting to you and release the final program for our trip, but I want to promise you that everything is in plan. And if all goes well and we raise the money for the international friendly, why not? We shall go for it. It gives a chance to very many players who have never been on plane to go and play in abroad. So we think that maybe if all goes well, we shall go and play friendly in Ethiopia. So that is currently as far as the games, the pre-season games are concerned.
Ante sana. There you go, breaking news. I think they're about to put a bumper. Breaking news. Chitara invited for pre-season gala in Ethiopia. Thank you very much, Joshua, for giving us that update. As I let you go, We did ask a couple of the people who are watching the show back at home, with the Hoima City Stadium set to be ready in a few days. We are Ugandans. We love to party. We love to celebrate. Who is that one artist you would want to headline? Who would you recommend if you had a chance? That one artist to headline the celebrations at the Hoima City Stadium?
The opening.
The opening.
Wow. Internationally or locally?
It is up to you. I chose a frigo. I don't know what you will choose.
Okay, so locally, I would like to see the likes of. I enjoy one of the divas, the king. She calls her the king herself, Cindy. Given that Cindy is a bone of this side, she would really light up this stadium. And then away from Uganda, or do we? No, let me leave it at that. I'd love to see Cindy lighting up this Hoima City Stadium, given that she's a born of Masindi district.
Nice. Interesting. Mr. Joshua Antugoza, I can't thank you enough for sparing the time to join us in the pavilion. Asante sana. We will let you go for now, but hopefully we'll definitely do catch up with you soon as you keep us updated with what's happening with the Royals.